Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to the Football Stooges, Week 9 to 10. We're happy that you have joined us. Please feel free to leave a like or follow any of us on our platforms so that we can bring you the best football content possible, or really the craziest football content possible, because this podcast tends to go in a bunch of crazy directions. Speaking about crazy directions, the Eagles are still undefeated, which means this guy right here is pretty happy. Here's Macedon.
Welcome to the land of milk and honey, bitch.
And
Drink.
the Yingling man is killing Yingling at an alarming rate. There we go. All right.
It's been a week.
It has. It has indeed. And one and only depressed Bears fan for another week, Mamba.
I'm not even depressed. I mean, dude, the Dolphins game was not bad. It was a good game.
No, not at all. Not at all. Justin Fields did a great job. Had to be told by the other head coach to stop after playing so well against them. Really
ain't depressed. It's very neutral over here.
Yeah. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
All right. Without further ado, let's go ahead and break down Week 9 of the NFL, starting off with the Sunday night game. Eagles taking on the Texans. Thursday Night Football usually has been weird games. This was pretty close for a while. This was in Houston. Eagles win 29-17. However, at the half, Philly and Houston were tied at 14 apiece. Didn't look great for a while, but the Eagles were able to pull it out. Jalen Hurts had a decent game, 21 for 27, 243 yards, 4 sacks, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Davis Mills was being Davis Mills, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 13 for 22, and 154 yards. Damian Pierce, the running back rookie for the Texans, looked good. 139 yards and 27 carries. Looks like a very bright future in the very bleak area of football.
Yeah, looks good for a shitty team.
Yeah, nothing really stood out for the Eagles. 93 yards for Miles Sanders, 23 for Jalen Hurts, and 22 for Kenneth Gainwell, all on the ground, and 100 receiving yards for Dallas Goedert, 59 for A.J. Brown. Just looked like a really bad day for the Eagles, but hey, if your bad days against the Houston Texans on Thursday Night Football and you come up with a win, I mean, who can blame you?
I hate Thursday Night Football. With all passion.
Bezos paid for it, so he's the one, losing money, I guess.
But no.
Eagles, I mean, yeah, this is fucking ridiculous how they're still 8-0. Holy shit. Can they go for... I mean, I don't know who they're going to lose to. Like, looking at their schedule. They just look good. It's... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously the Texans kept it close until the half. They kept it close in the first half, but then Davis Mills just threw picks, as per usual. Yeah. So. But,
I'm thinking
what we got there.
You got some good old-fashioned Jim Beam vanilla. Actually, one of my favorite whiskeys.
What?
Yeah. Jim Beam, of all things. No. Jim Beam vanilla is really good. Like, it still has the nice, like, the grainy whiskey flavor to it, but the vanilla taste gives it a bit of a sweet aftertaste, which is really nice.
But I have to say, I think it's either at the Giants or at the Cowboys could be the Eagles' loss, because maybe Titans if they can't stop Derrick Henry. Jordan Davis was still hurt.
Fuck football for a second. Mamba still give me dirty looks over Jim Beam vanilla. Hold on, motherfucker. Hold on, dude.
Who drinks fucking Jim Beam, like flavored Jim Beam, like vanilla? I've never heard of that before.
It's not bad. Like it's Jim Beam is like a mid-level whiskey at best.
This game was so boring. We're going into whiskey.
Well, yeah, but this no. What do you expect me to drink in college? Like you want to go get some like top shelf fucking like triple aged Irish whiskey or something?
No, just good Jameson's so much better.
It's Irish whiskey. I like bourbon better than Irish whiskey.
Okay, fine. Fair.
Yeah. And this is a good level, a good price, still tastes good. Like it's just good whiskey. All right, but anyway,
boring game. We talked about whiskey.
yeah.
Okay, Dallas got a game.
Yeah, no, but going back to the Eagles, it's Dallas and New York. I still think they could beat them easily.
Yeah,
maybe Dallas is going to be a little bit harder, but I mean,
what is the rest of the Philadelphia Eagles schedule? Let's look at this.
It's Washington, then Colts, then Packers, then Titans.
Win.
Commanders on a Monday night. So they're not only are they playing the Texans on Thursday, They're going to play on Monday. That's an 11-day break. Am I counting that wrong?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you got it right.
No, you're right.
11 days
It's
to prepare for
break.
fucking Taylor Heineke. 11 days to prepare for Taylor Hennessy. Oh,
Heineke,
Hennessy.
Taylor Hennessy is a good quarterback in my books.
Yeah.
He's decent.
So if we're looking at it, 11 days to prepare for the Commanders, that should be like 77-0 or 3. Depending if their defense shows up. Colts, so long as the Eagles pass rush is doing well that day, that should be an easy win. Packers,
dude, it's the Colts. They're not gonna win. I mean, yeah, the Colts aren't gonna win.
You never know. Jonathan Taylor could take off if your D line is good against if your D line is average against the Colts.
That team is so dysfunctional. You got fucking Jeff Saturday or not? Yeah, Jeff Saturday.
honestly, we'll talk about that. But like, watch, like. There's a possibility he could turn it around. It's a low possibility, but it's a possibility.
Walks in.
Packers are really struggling this year. They could surprise people, but as long as the Eagles show up and play to their best, they'll be fine. The Titans,
if you lost the Lions, you're losing everything else.
If the Titans, like if you stop the Titans' run game, you win the game. Big one are the Giants. 2 times they're playing the Giants. One
and then
on the 11th of
Cowboys.
December, and then one at the final week of the season. So Giants will be rough both times. They'll be at Giants first and then home versus Giants second. But then Bears just contain fields, you win the game. Cowboys will be a tough matchup. Cowboys have a good defense and a decent offense. The biggest thing with their offense is just dealing with all their weapons. And then the Saints can surprise people. But so long as you put pressure on Andy Dalton, he doesn't do well. So if they can pressure Andy Dalton, they'll do good. I still can't believe that Von Miller was almost an Eagle. You know, the teams he was thinking, of the teams he was planning to go to, he visited with the Eagles and talked to them. Because can you imagine the Eagles with Von Miller as a pass rusher right now?
Good God.
That is the one area where the Eagles struggle, I think. They have decent running backs. They have Jalen Hurts, who's been doing great at quarterback. They have receivers and options. And Dallas Goedert decided to be the man on Thursday. They have a secondary in their defense that's great. Middle linebackers are solid. Defensive line is good, but they don't rush the passer from the edges a lot.
And injuries. Jordan Davis out there. Barnett they got Roquan Smith. He was only there. They kind of just got him too. Yeah. So,
but I mean, he'll be.
That's my worry. My worry is going to be Titans for the run game, since Jordan Davis is out for at least 4 weeks.
Yep, but I think you'll be okay. You still have Fletcher Cox, who's an amazing interior lineman.
Brandon Graham.
Yeah, you still have great players. Like you'll be fine. Like I don't know why they drafted Jordan Davis, maybe to prepare for the future, but you already have like 2 starting level DTs and you drafted a third athletic freak who's like 6'8", 370.
Yeah. Well, it's probably when Fletcher Cox or Brandon Graham retires.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Chargers Falcons. Choke bowl. Yeah. Atlanta Falcons in this game ended up losing 17-20 at home versus the Chargers. The Atlanta Falcons picked up a fumble from Austin Eckler late in the game. The person who recovered it, I believe, is on here. He should have a fumble recovery and a fumble. Yeah.
And a fumble.
Graham. He picked up the football from Austin Eckler, was running down the field, and then I don't know who the offensive player was, came in and just smacked it out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just absolutely smacked it out. So
that bad.
Yeah.
The curse continues with the Falcons.
Atlanta dropped 17-20 against the Chargers. The Chargers were able to get that game-winning field goal. Justin Herbert, 30 for 43 for 247, a 1 touchdown, 1 interceptions, and taking no sacks. I wish that were our line. Bengals. Marcus Mariota, 12 for 23 with 129 yards and took 2 sacks. 99 rushing yards for Tyler Algier. Only 44 for Cordell Patterson, so not back to his full repetitions, I guess, or his strength. He had 13 carries, 3 more than Tyler, but still lower in yards. Austin
2 TDs, though.
True, 2 TDs, yes.
Punching it in.
Austin Eckler had 47 yards and 14 carries. Isaiah Spiller, 29-7. Again, the Chargers' rushing offense looks odd. Their passing game, 106 yards for Joshua Palmer, 53 for DeAndre Carter, 36 for Gerald Everett, and 26 for Michael Bandy. Kyle Pitts had 27 yards. Tyler Angular had 24. Drake London had 23. And Olamide Zaccheaus, who had 19.
I thought he was
Ravens. The Ravens struggling in the passing game.
Ravens, Falcons.
Or Falcons. Birds. The birds. Yeah, sorry. The Falcons struggling in the passing game.
Whiskey game to you now.
Joshua Palmer, LA wide receiver. getting a lot of targets. I don't
Mike
think a
Williams
lot of
out and Keenan.
people. I don't think a lot of people have him picked up in fantasy. That might be a good grab as a flex.
Possibly.
I
Yeah.
did, but I thought he was also out, so I didn't put him in. But it's because of Mike Williams and Keenan Allen is out injured.
Yeah,
that's why he's seeing
This
these
is his second season as a receiver at Tennessee. So 6'1", 210, 23 years old. Doesn't look like a bad prospect.
Yeah.
All
interesting.
Right. Yeah.
But
Chargers
Atlanta.
go ahead.
Atlanta's receipt. Yeah, Atlanta's passing just fucking holy shit. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's.
I'm just hoping that and something we'll talk about with this upcoming game. They have one of their linemen. I need to look. I don't remember his first name, but I know his name because it's Matthews. It's Bruce Matthews. Bruce Matthews' son. Roster. Let me go depth chart. Be a little easier. Bruce Matthews' son. If you don't know who Bruce Matthews is, first of all, shame on you. Jake Matthews, here he is. Bruce Matthews was a center in the NFL that played entirely for the Tennessee Titans. And before that, they were known as the Houston Oilers. Played for 20 straight years. His son, Jake Matthews, is now a tackle, playing left tackle, one of the hardest positions for the Falcons, and he's great. He's doing really good, really following the footsteps of his father, who was a insane lineman, probably the best center of all time, probably top 10 lineman all time. Just an insane lineman. And he actually, we'll talk about this more when we get to the Thursday night game, which is actually going on right now. Just recently had a child with his wife.
I heard about that.
Yeah, literally flew into the game and ran to and got there 5 minutes before it started, basically. So
Jesus Christ!
I really hope his career isn't wasted, because you don't get noticed as a good lineman if you're on a bad team. So if you watch some of the film on him, he's one of the better linemen out there with
one thing before we move. Yeah, one thing before we move on, Atlanta's future with Mariota. I don't know what they're gonna do for next year, but
I think they should put Desmond Riddler in to give him experience and see what he can do, but I don't think Mariota's the answer.
NFC South is weird because if Atlanta wins actually the Thursday night game, I think they're either leading or tied for the first of the division. It's division.
That's true. So they're not really tanking at all.
They should.
They're still tanking. They're tanking over.
Yeah,
it's
but
just
the
entire
division's bad. Yeah.
All right, next up, Chicago at home versus Miami, dropping the game 35-32 on some crazy stuff.
Holy shit.
Some really weird stuff. I want to point out, before we get into the stats for the quarterbacks, Chase Claypool, as I said last week, is ass. 2 receptions, 13 yards, 6.5 average, and 6 targets. I told you that he's not good at football. I don't know why they traded for him. Anyway,
it's the first week at the Bears. All right, give him time. We'll wait.
That's rushing yards.
That's what they said for Brian Bosworth. Anyway, Tua Tagovailoa, 21 for 30, 302 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, no sacks. Great game from him. Justin Fields, 17 for 28, 123 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 2 sacks, but also had 15 carries for 174 yards, which is an 11.9 average, and even rushed for a TD. He was scrambling like prime Lamar. It was insane.
If you want to add on top of that, it's the regular season record for the most amount of yards in the quarterback. Beats Vic's record. Yeah, in a game.
Yep.
Yeah, Justin Fields looks really good. Probably the reason he's scrambling is because Miami's contained defensive rush is bad, and he was just able to wait till his O-line broke down after 0.2 femtoseconds and just run. Miami rushing was bad. Jeff Wilson Jr. had 51, Raheem Mostert only 26. And then their passing was spectacular, as it usually is. Tyreek Hill, 143 yards receiving on only 7 receptions. Jalen Waddle, 5 receptions for 85 yards. Then Trent Starfield and Cedric Wilson Jr. both sneaking in there with about 25. Chicago's, besides Justin Fields rushing, was pretty bad. Montgomery only had 36, and Khalil Herbert had 23. And their receiving was even worse. 43 yards for Darnell Mooney, 41 for Cole Kmet, and 13 for Chase Claypool. I told you so. But yeah, late in the game, there was a blatant pass interference penalty that wasn't called against Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
That would have given them the lead after a long bomb was thrown by Fields, which eventually caused Miami to win the game. So Bears kind of got screwed, but a great performance from Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hot take, Justin Fields is the best quarterback from the 2021 draft.
Who else is in that draft? Because I'm not good with draft numbers.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
Right now, of course,
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Yeah. Right now, I mean, last year, no. This year, yes.
Zach Wilson.
David Mills.
Mm-hmm.
Is Bailey Zappi in that?
No, he was this year.
No, he's a rookie. No, he's a rookie this year. Yeah.
See, it's gonna be weird of Trey Lance because of the injury. That's the only problem. That's the only thing. Like we haven't seen full Trey Lance.
We haven't seen anything from Trey.
I think Eberflus is getting some good game plans for Justin Fields. That offense is getting better. Yes, their defense fucking gave up points, but
their offense is not getting better. Hold on, their offense is not getting better.
No,
this was not.
Year.
No, look at the stats and tell me this was play calling.
Oh, the play calling was
better than Matt Nagy.
Dog shit's still better than horse shit.
Well, okay, so here's. I mean, all the Bears fan knew that we should be just tanking at this point, and I mean, we have 120 mil in cap space for next year.
You have
plus
the most,
a shit ton of picks. Like, just build a line, get some good wide receivers, shore up that area. Maybe get a better tight end. I don't know if Cole Kmet is going to be the future or not. Just put weapons around Justin Fields and let him do his thing. Like if you just build around him on the offensive side of the ball, I think they're going to have a great next year for 2023. They have so much money. It's crazy.
They do, but I mean, you still can't say this is play calling. There's no way you call 15 design runs for your quarterback. That is improvisation.
Yeah, I mean, there was some, but
here's the thing. When Justin Fields was drafted and all the scouting and how he played in Ohio State, he's a pass first quarterback. He's not a run first quarterback. So you see how much more
run first quarterbacks don't make it into the NFL.
Well, I know that, but he has that dynamic play where he could just run around and scramble if need be.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
He has a big arm too.
That there was not good play calling because he was scrambling every time, basically.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be scrambling if the line's going to collapse in 2 seconds. Like, come on.
Fair enough. But yeah,
I do have to say this. People try to say that Tua underthrows to Tyreek Hill. No, he doesn't underthrow.
No.
It's Tyreek Hill overruns. He's so fast.
Tyreek is fast as fuck. Like
honestly,
as a quarterback, you gotta adjust for that.
If I did time machine, I would love to send like Terry Bradshaw forward in time, who probably had one of the best arms of any quarterback of all time. It was fabled that he could throw a pass from each end zone to end zone that would stay 5 feet above the ground the whole time. That's how strong of an arm he had. I would love to see him like throw to Tyreek Hill because he was known for overthrowing receivers. He would overthrow Lynn Swann so many times.
I remember Patrick Mahomes when Tyreek Hill was part of the Chiefs that he literally said like I would just chuck it as hard as I can and Tyreek will grab it eventually. He'll be there.
Yeah.
That's how fast he is.
Yeah. Imagine if he was Randy Moss's height.
Ooh.
That'd be a fucking weapon.
All right.
Jesus Christ, this fucking game. What the fuck?
Yeah. Talk about a killing. Bengals at home versus Carolina Panthers won 42-21 with 21 of those points for the Panthers coming in the second half, 14 in the fourth quarter when the Bengals subs were in. Baker Mayfield actually played less time and played better than PJ Walker. He had 14 for 20 for 155 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. PJ Walker 3 for 10, 9 yards, 2 interceptions. Yikes. Joe Burrow 22 for 28, 206 yards, 7.4 average, 1 TD, only 1 sack. Brandon Allen 3 for 3, 22 yards, and 1 sack himself. The biggest thing out of this was Joe Mixon. had 22 carries for 153 yards and 4 rushing touchdowns on top of 4 catches for 58 yards at a 14.5 average with 1 touchdown. So 5 in total touchdowns for Joe Mixon, the highest of any non-quarterback in Bengals history. And the 4 also was the highest for any running back on the ground.
Yeah, for the fantasy boys, if you had to play versus a team with Joe Mixon, I am so sorry.
You were fucking done. You were done.
Oh, but I have Joe Mixon. I was just like, in literally like an hour, I was like, I have 150 points or 160 points. I'm like, what the fuck? Already within an hour? So insane.
Yeah, that was
actually, I want to talk about the Carolina side a little bit. So Baker, so they subbed in Baker Mayfield back in, and already looking better than what he was looking at the beginning of the season. Now, I kind of want to say, hot take, that the reason why Baker Mayfield was underperforming at the beginning of the season is because of coaching. That's my opinion.
Yes, that whole team just was shit. I know this was a good game for Panthers.
Also, Baker has always had the Bengals number, sad to say, but Baker strives on the Bengals.
Sure, but I mean, if Baker's the starter going forward, wait, I mean, why was he benched in the first place for PJ Walker? Was he injured?
Baker wasn't playing.
No.
Great.
So they just swapped him off for PJ.
Yeah.
Yes, and that was a Steve Wilkes decision.
Number of XFL MVPs: PJ Walker 1, Baker Mayfield 0. I mean,
okay, fair
enough. XFL
is coming back, so you know.
But no, I think coaching is different for the Panthers. If you see, there was a lot of rumors or stuff going around about Matt Rule. He was micromanaged everything, even social media stuff.
Bro, it was if you're gonna do that shit, of course you're gonna be a shitty coach.
Yeah, that's why he needs to stay in college now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bengals thwomp the Panthers 42-21 at home in Cincinnati. Great game for Joe Mixon. Probably cementing himself after a few more years of just staying with the Bengals, if he does, the best Bengals running back of all time. I think in a few years he will have surpassed Corey Dillon in the amount of time played for the Bengals.
Now y'all just need a ring and put it all together.
And then, we need a ring. Yeah, we need a ring so bad.
Woo, baby! I bet the Lions, and I was right.
I called it.
I bet the Lions. Masson, did you bet the Lions last week?
Yes.
No, only Masson did. Everyone else did not.
No.
I picked the Lions. I never. Picked the Packers.
I picked the Packers. Then fuck.
You picked the Packers.
Yeah. Anyway, Lions at home in the DMC Superdome beat, or what am I saying? HCDC Superdome. Dan Campbell's home beat the the Green Bay Packers 15-9. The Packers scoring a touchdown, actually. Only 1 in the game. The Lions scoring 2. Their offense looked awful, but their defense looked great, mainly because the Packers' offense looked awful. Aaron Rodgers, 23 for 43. Yikes. 291 yards, 6.8 average with 1 touchdown and 3 picks. I believe 2 of those were in the red zone.
Yes.
Yep.
One of them to Aiden Hutchinson, a defensive end of all things. Also took 1 sack. Jared Goff, 14 for 26, 137 yards with 5.3 average, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, no sacks. The running game was bad for the Packers. They still are not going to it. Aaron Rodgers ran for the most yards. Let that sink in.
Yikes.
4 carries for 40 yards. A.J. Dillon, 11 for 34, and Aaron Jones, 9 for 25. Aaron Jones is also now injured and is in a walking boot from last we heard, which is a bad thing.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
So Detroit, Jamal Williams ran for 81 yards. Justin Jackson ran for 27. For passing, Allen Lazard had 87 yards. Josiah DeGura had 41. Looking at this Green Bay receivers, besides like Lazard and some of the running backs and Sammy Watkins, this is a list of a lot of weird. Like they even targeted David Bakhtiari, who is their right or their left tackle, and then it got picked off by Aiden Hutchinson. But then the Lions, Amon-Ra St. Brown had 55 yards and yards Swift had 40. So the Lions' offense was pretty bad, but they got the ball in a lot of advantageous positions because of their defensive play, which was great. They had a great game from Derek Barnes and Corey Joseph, and a couple key picks from Aiden Hutchinson, as well as Kirby Joseph, who had 2. But yeah, a great game for their defense, and the Packers are in panic mode.
Yeah, I mean, if you lose to Detroit of all fucking places in the NFC North, you're pretty much the laughing stock in the NFC North. Like, holy shit.
Aaron Rodgers is washed.
Oh, he's washed, bro. Dude, please Detroit win some more games so Green Bay can just be on the bottom of the NFC North.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers is washed. I think he just literally has no one. He needs receivers to be open and he can hit them, but I don't think he can get any receivers open. I don't think he's washed. I think if Aaron Rodgers was the quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers, I think they'd be undefeated.
They're just a bad team. But yeah. Well, it's good to know the best quarterback in the NFC North is in Chicago.
I don't know, man. Justin Fields wasn't shirtless in an airplane with $300,000 of jewelry on his chest.
True.
I'm sorry. Justin Fields is good, but Kirk's that guy. Kirk's that guy now. Kirk Cousins is that guy.
Not on Monday, though. Just not on Mondays.
Who would you say the best quarterback in each division would be?
Ooh.
This is good.
We could do this.
Sidetrack.
I kind of have to say Dak Prescott in the East right now.
Wait, say the question again.
Best quarterback in each division. So NFC North, NFC East, etc.
I need to remember.
NFC East, I think it's Dak Prescott. He still shows some stuff. Jalen Hurts.
No. NFC East, yo, give it to Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
as being the best in that division.
It's Jalen Hurts, especially. I'm talking this year. I'm talking this year right now.
Okay, this year.
Right now.
Okay, this year right now. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely because if we were talking all time, NFC North would be Aaron Rodgers. Because he's done
definitely not Hennessy, that's for sure. Tyler Hennessy. NFC North, probably Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, it's Kirk Cousins. NFC, Justin Fields, but it's probably Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. NFC West, Geno Smith.
Geno
over Russell Wilson, who's been just
garbage.
That's AFC West.
Wait, no, that's AFC. We're talking about NFC West. So Seahawks, 49ers, Rams, and Cards.
Rams and Cardinals.
Well, it's definitely not Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray COD release, so he's fucked.
And then Jimmy
Garoppolo.
Jimmy
G.
Yeah. Jimmy G's
so it's literally Gino.
Jimmy G is the epitome of a NFL quarterback. Just the middle of the fucking pack.
Hold on, NFC South. NFC South.
We have Andy Dalton, Tom Brady, Marcus Mariota, or Baker Mayfield.
MVP, PJ Walker.
No. After that winning drive, it's Tom Brady. That's the best thing that any quarterback in that division's done this whole year.
Oh, that was not a winning drive. That was a choke job by the Rams. We can get to that later.
One man's chokes, another man's winning drive, man. Come on. AFC North, though. Do you give it to
Joe Burrow?
Joe Burrow over Lamar Jackson.
Wait. One man's choke is another man's winning drive. Think about it. What you just said.
Don't fucking innuendo me, Mom, but god damn it.
You did it yourself.
AFC East?
No.
Bills.
Okay.
Well, which one are you doing first?
Well, AFC North is either Burrow or Lamar. If you give it to fucking Deshaun Watson, who hasn't played, or Jacoby Brissett, who's a backup, or Kyle fucking Smallhand or Kenny Smallhands Pickett, I can just imagine Kenny Pickett. I can just imagine Kenny Pickett's in the huddle
probably say Lamar.
All right, guys, we're going to do PA waggle right, 2-4-7 slant on 3. Ready, break. Like,
oh my god. But AFC North probably
I'm biased. I'm gonna say Joe Burrow.
I'm gonna say Lamar Jackson.
This season, it's been a bit of a toss-up. Burrow had some bad starts, but Lamar also had some bad games more recently. But then Burrow's looked better, and Lamar's kind of like evened out a little bit.
So then you're the equalizer.
Right now, I think it's Burrow barely.
All right.
Yeah. So it's close. AFC East.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Yeah,
even
Josh
though
Allen.
he's hurt now.
Josh Allen.
Who cares?
Josh
He's
Allen.
good. Even if he has a
AFC
fucked up elbow, it's
West.
still Josh Allen.
Yeah.
AFC West.
Mahomes,
Justin Herbert.
much.
It's
Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Sorry.
Whoa.
I forgot. No.
Chiefs fans,
Put the
please.
brakes
We
on.
do not live at 308. Don't kill us, please.
Jesus Christ. It's definitely not
Okay.
fucking
Sorry,
Wilson.
dealing with
I have some
solder
family
I did
that are
solder
Chiefs fans that might watch
recertification.
this. Yeah, I have some family members
I
that
did
Chiefs
solder
fans that just-
recertification. I had the solder smoke. It went up my nose all week. Okay.
All right.
AFC
all right.
South.
Oh,
Titans, Colts,
AFC
Jags,
South.
Texans.
Jeff Saturday's
God.
former quarterback.
Gee,
Peyton Manning.
they're all bad. Oh my god. Do you?
It's
I mean,
Davis Mills, Ryan Tannehill / Malik Willis, and then you also have Trevor Lawrence and Matt Ryan / Pretty Boy, whatever.
They're all
Sam
bad.
Ellinger.
Yeah.
I kind of want to say
I have to
Trevor
go-
Lawrence.
I kind of want to say Trevor Lawrence too.
He's played like shit, but he's played like less shit than all the other shit. So
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
Right.
is that all divisions?
Back.
Yeah, it's all
that's all of them.
divisions.
Yeah, that's all 8. Okay. Until Roger
Let's go
Goodell
to-
adds a
let's go to
fucking.
the-
Until
Yeah.
Roger Goodell adds a London team, I guess. I don't know. Oh, I don't want that to happen.
Colts. Oh my god.
Oh, put a team in
Anyway.
Alabama.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and break down this. We'll start off with this little video.
Well, there's not.
So
Oh, we're back. Yeah, we're back. Okay,
we're
cool.
back.
Time to act like Jim Irsay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was driving a car.
Anyway, so yeah, biggest news after this game: the Indianapolis Colts dropped 3-26 against the Patriots at home. They fired their head coach Frank Reich and decided to go with Jeff Saturday, a former center in the NFL, probably one of the greatest centers in the 21st century. Amazing center that's played under Peyton Manning for a long time, or in front of Peyton Manning, I guess I should say. One of the few people that could yell at Peyton and Peyton would take it. But went 3-7 as a high school coach and just got called up to the NFL. So holy shit. He also has a offensive coordinator that has never called an offensive play in his life. Holy shit. This is an interesting move, an odd move, but at the very least, like a move that something had to be done. And so who knows? Jeff Saturday could turn it around. Jeff Saturday could draw in Peyton Manning as an offensive coordinator, which I think would be an amazing job for Peyton Manning because that guy he was a coach when he played. So anything could happen, but it looks very sketchy at the very start.
Was Irsay like, oh, we have this beautiful staff in the Colts facility. We could, promote him as head coach or anything like that. No, let's go get Jeff Saturday.
Maybe he
Just
saw
out of
something
nowhere.
just Saturday. I don't know.
He was probably
I don't
drunk
know.
driving again.
Oh god. Wow. Anyway, looking under the stats, Sam Ehlinger, 15 for 29, 103 yards, 3.6 average, and 1 interception with no touchdowns. Mac Jones, 147, 4.9 yards, 1 touchdown, and 4 sacks. Ramondre Stevenson ran really well, 60 yards and 15 carries. The top rusher for the Colts was Sam Ehlinger, 39 yards, and there were, I think, was it Jonathan Taylor was still out this game with an injury?
Yes.
Yeah, doesn't have any stats, so even if you play, that would have been bad. 50 yards for Hunter Henry, 42 for Jacoby Myers for the New England receiving, and the Colts receiving looked awful. Alec Pierce, 23, Michael Pittman Jr., 22, Paris Campbell, 15, Jordan Wilkins, 15. Bad. Looked really bad. The Colts look awful. They look like the Titans could beat them. I feel bad.
Titans have.
Yeah.
What a
Titans have
dumpster
beat them
fire
twice.
of,
or not the Titans, the Texans. The Texans.
They tied with the Texans the first game, I think.
They haven't beat them though.
They did.
They
did. No, dude, fucking Colts are just a dumpster fire of an organization. Holy shit.
I mean, recently, yes. Again, getting Matt Ryan was
not even recently. Even since the
really
Wentz picking up Wentz.
No. Even before then, Jim Irsay just lucked into Peyton Manning, and Peyton Manning basically did his own shit. That's why they won the Super Bowl. Also, this was Bill Belichick doing his favorite violating rookie QBs.
Yeah.
Belichick is basically only has one loss against rookie QBs.
As a University of Michigan fan, I love to see that Jabril Peppers and his athletic talent is being utilized by Belichick really well, because Belichick loves really athletic secondary guys, and so he's being used really well there. So, again, like Mattson said, New England defense really giving Sam Ehlinger a fucking time. 9 sacks. 9 sacks. That hurts. Can't win a game on 9 sacks unless you're the Bengals in the AFC divisional round.
And freaking Matt Ryan went into the Colts thinking that they had a good line. Jesus.
No,
Christ.
they do.
They
did.
Also,
yeah,
they did do. I mean, like, come on.
They still have Quentin Nelson, who's like the best guard in the game right now.
Yeah. Like, if you looked on paper, that line was basically top 5 on paper.
Paper don't mean shit today right now.
I know, I know, but I'm just saying, like they're up there. Like, they should have been up there with the Eagles. The Bengals should have decent line. Cowboys, I think, still has a decent line.
Yeah.
Whoo.
Yeah.
Wow.
The what the fuck game of the week, the New York Jets at home in the Meadowlands beat Buffalo by 3, 20-17. Josh Allen, 18 for 34, 205 yards, 6.0 average with 2 interceptions. Zach Wilson, 18 for 25, 154, 6.2 average and 1 touchdown and 2 sacks. Michael Carter had 12 rushes for 76 yards. James Robinson, 13 for 48. While the Bills still not running the ball with their running backs. Josh Allen, 9 carries for 86 yards, and Devin Singletary, 8 carries for 24 yards. Buffalo receiving, 93 yards for Stephon Diggs, 33 for Gabe Davis, including a drop late in the game, and 25 for Dawson Knox. For the Jets, 92 yards for Garrett Wilson, 16 for CJ Uzomah, and 12 for Denzel Mims. The biggest story of this was the performance of Sauce Gardner in the ability to lock up a lot of the Buffalo Bills receivers and slow them down just enough so the Jets defense could get off the field and give their offenses a lot of shots, because, good Lord, their offense needs a lot of shots with Breece Hall out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this was kind of a shocker. I'm pretty sure it's because of Josh Allen just being hurt and playing through that game.
Possibly,
that entire offense looked off.
It looks
also,
like
they need to run the damn football more. Goddamn.
That's what I say. Run the damn ball. Yeah.
I mean,
Buffalo,
who they have? Yeah. Who does Buffalo have for running? Josh Allen. That's the only one that can run.
Recently,
honestly, the Buffalo Bills running read option would not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
They're not that new age form, but like, it got Colin Kaepernick to a Super Bowl. It can get Josh Allen into the playoffs past the Chiefs.
That is true.
And I think this sets Sauce Gardner as Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Unless something crazy happens at the end of the season, yeah, definitely.
If if Woolen actually goes have like great games, same as Sauce Gardner, but I think Sauce Gardner is right now just beating him.
Yeah.
This was Sauce Gardner's breakout game, I think.
Oh my God.
What
I'm
you
sorry.
thought of that?
I have the Thursday. I have the Thursday night game up. Is that a touchdown? Oh my God.
Yeah,
I have the Thursday.
I see it.
Marcus Mariota just got tackled. He just scrambled out right, got tackled, but not tackled, but tripped. And when he got tripped by someone's hand, it wasn't illegal. Someone's hand came up and tripped him at the ankle. And when he got tripped, it shows it right here. He like ran forward, was stumbling, and decided to, instead of go down and take a 2-yard loss, he threw the ball. Oh, they're gonna call it down.
Yeah, they call him down.
But he basically spun around on like near the ground and just chucked the ball over his shoulder, and it went like up in the air right to a Carolina player who ran it back for a touchdown. But they're going to call it. They're going to call it down. Yeah, they're going to call it down.
Bro, I just looked at the score. What the fuck?
We'll get to that later.
I made a prediction earlier. Yeah.
Get Desmond Mills back. Yeah.
Jet my prediction.
Yeah, my prediction's fucked. Wait, you didn't give a prediction in chat, in our group chat.
In the chat, yeah, but.
Jets.
Yeah, we should probably void ours.
Yeah, we'll void that game. But the Jets played really well in defense, caused them to win this game. Also, Josh Allen being hurt, what seems to be an issue. But we'll see how that builds for the rest of the season for the Bills, because Josh Allen's out. That's their whole offense. Next game, a close game that should have been close. Don't know what the Vikings were doing, but they ended up winning 20-17 against the Commanders in FedEx Field. And now, big news coming out of Washington also
the plane
is that. Yeah, Washington is now, Dan Snyder's being investigated under criminal charges put up by a investigator from Washington, D.C.
I heard about this. It's just karma. Karma's a bitch.
Wake me when the actual results happen. That's all I'd say. Just wake me up when it actually happens.
Dan Snyder gets kicked out. They sell the team. They move the team to Arlington, Virginia. Rebrand, rename, recolor. Done.
That's what if the U.S. government takes over the team completely and keeps it?
Michelle, I want to buy the Washington Commanders.
It doesn't. No, I don't think they can, but the commissioner can technically kind of take over, if I'm right, because that happened in the NBA once.
You did, yeah.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins, 22 for 40, 265 yards, a 6.6 average, 2 TDs and 1 interception, but 2 sacks. Taylor Heineke, 15 for 28, 149, 5.3 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and 3 sacks. Rushing for Minnesota was a little low, but that Washington front defensive line is pretty good, so that could have been the contributing factor. Dalvin Cook, 17 carries, 47 yards. Brian Robinson Jr., 13 carries, 44 yards. Antonio Gibson, 11 carries, 36 yards. Minnesota was doing good in the receiving category. 7 receptions for 115 yards, 9 receptions for 70 yards. TJ Hawkinson, first was Justin Jefferson. Washington, Curtis Samuel had 65 yards, Terry McLaurin had 56. So the biggest aspect of this was the Vikings hitting at the right opportunities, even though their defense tended to give up some key plays to the Commanders.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have much to say. It was just the Vikings just pulling through, keeping it close. I mean, a lot of their games have been close.
This game was weird. Like, the Vikings was doing well, or well, kind of. Like, the first quarter they were leading by 7, but then Washington just like holding them for the next 2-1. Then they give up stuff.
Washington's not a bad team. They got some studs on the team.
They're not bad, but
they're not great. They're not bad. They're average.
Yeah. I mean, it's still Heineke had less sacks than Wentz had all season, so that's
right. But
man, this was Vikings, a weird one.
Yeah, I mean, it was a close one, like I said, but Minnesota still in the NFC North, just pulling through with only 1 loss, which is very
against an undefeated team. So it's like,
yeah, they played the Bills.
I think
Minnesota Vikings are for real. Vikings are for real.
Yeah,
100%.
Like Zimmer, getting new coach, actually got to have a new head coach is much better for them than what they had for Zimmer.
Yeah. Zimmer should stay as defensive coordinator. He did a great job in Cincinnati, but that's where he should stay. So when he tried to branch out, that backfired. Anyway,
I would agree with that.
moving on down to the Raiders-Jaguars game.
Tank.
Except the Raiders don't want to tank. They're now 2-6. They lost 20-27 against Jacksonville in Jacksonville. Derek Carr, 21 for 36 for 259, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 2 sacks. Trevor Lawrence, 25 for 31, 235 yards, 1 TD, no interceptions, no sacks, and a 7.6 average. Josh Jacobs ran for 67 yards, a little bit low for his production. He had 17 carries. Expected a little bit more from him, but Travis Etienne Jr., 28 for 109 yards and 2 touchdowns. Great performance from him. Devontae Adams had 146 receiving yards and 10 receptions. Still not enough. Hunter Renfrow, who's now out, had 26 yards. And Darren Waller just also got put on IR. So it's now, just like it was in Green Bay, a quarterback and Devontae Adams for receiving. Christian Kirk had 76 yards. Marvin Jones Jr. had 48. And Zay Jones had 40 for Jacksonville as far as their highest receivers. This was just the Raiders' play calling and execution being extremely lackluster.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, both teams should just be tanking to the bottom. But yeah, I don't know. Raiders this year, and I was reading somewhere, or Devontae Adams was saying, like, our team should not be losing these games. Like, they're built. I mean, if you look at who they got, like, they're built for, above average team. But I'm gonna just put it to the coach. I mean, the coaching is not that great over there.
You got to be.
No, I agree with. I do agree with you. That roster last year without Devontae Adams, they made to the playoffs with the coach that they had. Why they got rid of him and got Josh McDaniels? Josh McDaniels, this is the third game they gave up 17 points. They were up 17 points and lost.
Yeah, I don't know.
By the half.
Yeah,
this is what happens when you get Belichick disciple. That is not Brian Flores. No, I'm being serious. What coach from the Belichick disciple tree did well as a head coach? Only Brian Flores was decent. And he got fucked over by Stephen Ross as an owner at Miami.
Yeah, I mean, just they need to figure that out, like, staffing wise. I mean, yeah, like I said, the team's built to be a pretty above average team. I wouldn't say like Bills territory, but like, yeah, you can't be 2-6 at this point in the season. At this point, you should just tank all the way. Fuck it, get picks.
Get something for Derek Carr, or get a quarterback. Maybe you could tank and get Bryce Young.
Maybe.
Does Derek Carr probably want out now?
I don't know, but would you get rid of Derek Carr? Because that's why Devontae Adams went there, because he had a good relationship.
But that's the thing, though. It's like, it's not that they want to get rid of Derek Carr. It's that Derek Carr probably wants out. I can see it happening because he's getting
he did say he wants to be a Raider for life, so he did say that.
Keep old Sid around. Anyway, woes for the Cardinals continue, 31-21 against the Seahawks, losing at home. Kyler Murray, as well as arguing with his coach, receivers, line, defense, kicking, fans, special teams, equipment managers, cheerleaders, family members, and everyone in the building, decided to have a pouty fit and only went for 25.
And in the COD.
Yeah, 25
and in the COD lobbies.
35, 175 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and 5 sacks. Geno Smith, 26 for 34, 275. 8.1 average, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception, only taking 2 sacks. Kenneth Walker III, an amazing rookie who looks like he's going to seal up Rookie of the Year with Breece Hall now injured, has 109 yards rushing on 26 carries, while Kyler Murray was the leading rusher for the Cardinals with 60 yards. Not much more rushing was being done. Again, bad play calling by good old Cliff Kingsbury. Noah Fant had 96 yards receiving. Tyler Lockett had 67 receiving. DK Metcalf had 37 receiving. Rondale Moore had 69 yards receiving. Zach Ertz had 40. DeAndre Hopkins only 36. So rough day for him. The biggest issue with this was the Seahawks were too good, and the Cardinals were literally just kicking themselves.
Dysfunctional team.
Yeah, dysfunctional to the very core. Kyler Murray should not be the quarterback of this team, and they need to trade him for somebody better, because this is bad. This is really bad.
Picks. Just picks and rebuild. Like, holy shit. Yeah, I don't know. Like,
he's a cancer.
he looks like a locker room cancer, that's for sure. I mean, I remember a couple episodes ago you were saying trade him for who was it, Russell Wilson?
Yeah.
And I
Well,
was
people
like,
to be a locker room cancer. Russell probably isn't one. There's some stuff surfacing about Seattle, but still.
right. I mean, I like before you were like, I was like, oh, like that's stupid. Why would they do that with a young quarterback and Kyler Murray? Now I can see why you would do that. Holy shit, it is.
He's a cancer, man. He's bad.
Like you're the worst team in the NFC West, and you got Kyler Murray on your team. Like you got good studs on their team too. Yeah, I don't know. That's
my thinking of why Arizona probably won't, like, if all of a sudden they try to trade, they won't get Russell Wilson's because Broncos probably want Arizona to pay most of his contract, and Arizona probably won't. Right. Also, get rid of Kingsbury too. That's another big thing.
Yeah, I mean, it could be coaching why Kyler Murray's being an absolute cancer, but I don't know. It's not looking good over there. It is bad.
What I do feel bad for is Rashard Penny, because Kenneth Walker might take his job right now.
Yeah.
It's like...
Well, you can always go with the two-back system. Having Rashard Penny be a secondary back for Kenneth Walker would be a great thing.
Yeah, I can see it's either Kenneth Walker or Dameon Pierce for offensive rookie of the year. Seahawks has hit their draft picks this year. Woolen, Kenneth Walker, who's some of the other ones that they got in the draft this year that's just not playing out of their mind, but is doing some good stuff.
I don't know the entirety of the Seahawks.
They have a defensive
I can't
player
remember.
that's going well. I can't remember.
Yeah, well, Woolen's one of them.
Is it Corby Bryant?
Yeah, he was drafted in the 4th round. Yeah. Kobe Bryant.
Kobe, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But like Seahawks hit on their draft this year. God,
so did the Giants. Two teams that have turned around instantly almost.
Yeah.
Moving on to some of the later games. The final 425 game slot was Rams Bucks, and this was a good game actually. Slow scoring game. Tampa Bay coming out with a win 16-13 at home on a game-winning drive by Tom Brady, which was also squandered away by the Rams in their really poor defensive strategy. Bigger news out of this also is Matthew Stafford had a concussion apparently, either during the game or they found out slightly after, and is now out for this next week at least. He went 13 for 27. What? Yeah, 13 for 27, 165 yards, 1 touchdown, 4 sacks. Tom Brady, 36 for 58, 280 yards, allowing him to pass on his career over 100,000 passing yards with a 4.8 average and 1 touchdown, only taking 1 sack. The rush game for the Bucks sucked. Rashard White, 27 yards, Leonard Fournette, 19. They got to improve some of that. For the Rams, it was not that much better. Darrell Henderson had 56 yards, and nobody else was above 10. Receiving, Cooper Kupp had 127, and everybody else was 24 or lower. Leader being Allen Robinson. And for the Bucks, 68 yards for Cade Otton, 53 for Scotty Miller, 41 for Leonard Fournette, 40 for Mike Evans, 36 for Chris Godwin, and 28 for Julio Jones. So a lot of great moments for the Bucks there late in the game. Early on, it didn't look great, but late in the game, they were able to pull around, come up with a game-winning drive that allowed them to take the lead at the very end of the game. Literally a near walk-off the field home run from the Buccaneers. So another game-winning drive by Tom Brady that we're going to put into a laundry list that he's had in many games. So thoughts on this game, fellas? Just Tom Brady being Tom Brady or what?
Yeah, just Tom Brady being Tom Brady. Good old Tom, just 4th quarter, last drive, getting it done. But Rams defense kind of just fell apart right at the end. Like,
they were playing deep because the Bucks got the ball at their own 20 basically, and then Tom threw like a 40-yard pass down the middle, and so they all started to back up, and they just kept throwing short stuff until he hit a little rollout pass after a defensive pass and gone to the 1.
Fair, but you got to assume that Brady's going to be taking over the game at that point. Point in time. So your defense should have been already adjusting for that.
They don't call him the comeback kid for nothing.
Yeah, really.
My thoughts on this: ineffective offense does not mean great defense. This game sucked ass. I was watching it, especially NFL Red Zone. It sucked.
I mean, these are two good defenses and two struggling offenses.
But bad offense does not mean good defensive game. I'm just saying, like, it's not like the Ravens Steelers of like those defenses was doing good. I'm going like mid 2000s.
Buccaneers are we'll talk
2000s.
about this later, but the Buccaneers are one of the better defenses in the NFL right now.
Yeah, no, their defense is still good, but the Rams shot themselves in the foot. Their defense choked it away. I went like fucking you go zone on Tom Brady, who eats that shit up. That like why? Why does everybody do that now? They keep on going zone on Tom Brady, but they know
they have the personnel to go man. There's a lot of the Tampa Bay has a decent amount of options that can play one-on-one. You really want to, even in his older age, you want to go one-on-one with Julio Jones?
I mean, still, yeah. Like, why go zone when
I want one on my.
I want a tank division. I want tank division. I don't want the Buccaneers to all of a sudden get in with a winning record. That's all I want. Tank division again.
Honestly, the ability for Tom Brady to get in the Super Bowl is still decently high. They're going to win that division, and they're going to play some higher ranked division that's really high up. They're going to play like.
But I don't see them going any far because their offense is pretty one-dimensional.
They'll probably play the best wild card team, which is going to be who?
That's
or
Cowboys.
The second best wild card team, either Cowboys or maybe
it'll be the best. It'll be the best. It goes for fourth seed, fifth seed. So it's going to be Giants or Cowboys, but I think it's going to be Cowboys.
Imagine if it's Giants. You got Tom Brady versus Daniel Jones. He'll get into the divisional round. Then
fair.
I think I can see Giants.
Round,
winning.
He'll have the Seahawks. He'll be against Geno Smith. He'll beat Geno Smith. It'll be the NFC Championship. Tom Brady doesn't lose the NFC Championship, but not that much. And then we'll get in the Super Bowl. And then you got Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
Against the Chiefs again.
It could happen. It could totally happen. Tom Brady could totally do it. Especially as Julio Smith gets healthier and healthier, it gets scarier and scarier. Because you saw what Julio Jones turned Matt Ryan into. Right?
That's when young and healthy.
Yeah. All right, a good game for the Sunday night game. Tennessee Titans at Kansas City Chiefs going into overtime with the Chiefs ending up winning by 3, 17-20. Malik Wallace was the starter for the Titans, and it looked bad. 5 for 16, 80 yards, 5 average yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions, and 3 sacks. Derrick Henry, 17 carry attempts for 115 yards. Malik Willis had 8 carries for 40 yards. An overall rushing total of 172 yards in total for rushing. Kansas City was the exact opposite. Patrick Mahomes had 43 for 68 passing attempts for 446 yards, a 6.6 average, with a touchdown and a pick. And he was their top rusher, 6 for 63 yards, averaging a total of 10.5 per rush, and the Chiefs only had 77 total rush yards. As far as receiving, Travis Kelce was doing great for the Chiefs. He had 106 yards. Juju Smith-Schuster had 88. McCole Hardman had 79. Noah Gray and Jared McKinnon both came around with about 40. While the Tennessee Titans were getting clowned by A.J. Brown online for not having any receivers, basically. Only one reception for Chigoziem Okowono, for 48 yards, and it was his only reception. Austin Hooper had 2 receptions for 34 yards, and Hassan Askin had 1 reception for 2 yards. Other than that, there was only one more reception, which was for -4 yards. It looked awful. It was literally just Derrick Henry by himself trying to carry this team to victory against the Chiefs, which he almost did.
Yeah, I know that you guys are picking Titans. Like, even you were saying like Eagles and Titans, like Titans could maybe win it, but that team is so one-dimensional, it's not even funny. Like, it's literally just Derrick Henry carrying that team.
Yeah, their defense is all right, but yeah.
I mean, they're not gonna win any Super Bowl with this team. They need they need a better quarterback, and they need weapons on the team.
Yeah, they need receivers.
Oh my God, the shit I was seeing about the Tennessee offensive coordinator, they want him out now. He's the Matt Canada for the Steelers. They want him out now because
really,
because it was screen passes, just run up the middle with Derrick Henry. The receivers was not getting open, and
it might be on the receivers,
though. Some of it was on the receivers, but there was some bad play calls too, and I feel bad for that Tennessee defense. They fucking was going off against Kansas City. They held Kansas City. It's just their offense fucked up. God damn.
Yeah.
It was an issue for sure. But I think the Titans might need to rebuild. I'd love Derrick Henry to go somewhere where he has a better line blocking in front of him. I could definitely see a Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon backfield working. That'd be fun. Please
Ooh.
God. Please God.
Do you think Derrick
so
Henry? Cool. Do you think Derrick Henry give up that many snaps? Maybe.
Yeah. To stay healthier for sure after his injury.
After his foot injury. Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Just the only issue is Joe Mixon would have to be better in the pass game. And honestly, the Bengals backup running back, Shamondre Perine, has been great. But that was more a hypothetical, talking about Derrick Henry leaving and going to the Bengals. But that'd be cool.
But this was actually a good Tennessee defense going against Kansas City. This was a good defense against a good offense for Tennessee offense against Kansas City.
And then a bad Kansas City defense was an even worse Tennessee Titans offense. Next game was the Monday night game, the final one of the week. Ravens-Saints. Ravens win the game decently easily against the Saints at home, 27-13. Lamar Jackson, 12 for 22, not that many passing attempts, only 100 yards with a 6.0 average and 1 touchdown. Andy Dalton, 19 for 29 for 210, and had 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and 4 sacks. Well, Taysom Hill also had his own pass, 13 yards, 1 of 1. Running game for Ravens was pretty good. Kenny Drake had 93 yards and Lamar Jackson at 82. For New Orleans, it was a little rough. Alvin Kamara only had 30 yards and 9 attempts, and that was their only player above double digits. For passing, Baltimore looked awful. Without Mark Andrews on the field, there were no targets that Lamar wanted to throw to, and it was 24 yards for their leading receiver, Isaiah Likely. And for the Saints, it looked decent. Chris Olave with 71, Juwan Johnson with 42, and Alvin Kamara with 32. However, now they're without Michael Thomas for the rest of the season, as he has I believe it was a Liz Franck injury, which is basically a ruptured ligament in the foot. That is a season ender.
Ouch.
So, yeah. New Orleans Saints couldn't get it done offensively against the really good Ravens defense, and the Ravens offense was able to just kind of run their weird pistol offense and just confuse the Saints to victory.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Saints, I didn't think they're gonna win this one. But yeah, I mean, Baltimore looking pretty decent. I mean, you got. Hold on, I gotta pull this up on my screen. It's small. I can't read it on your screen. Tiny text. Hold on. I mean, actually, Lamar didn't have that. He had an okay game.
Yeah, only 22 attempts in total, only 133 yards in the air and 82 on the ground. Not a terrible night, but also not a Lamar night that we're used to seeing.
Yeah,
I didn't read that right, but
yeah.
I do have to admit the Saints defense is still decent. It's not bad.
I mean, they wanted more out of Tyrann Mathieu. He hasn't looked as insane as he was, but he's also older now, and they're still getting a decent, output from Cameron Jordan and Marcus Davenport. And where is was he injured? I don't see him on here. Marcus Lattimore.
I can't remember. People want Jameis Winston in to start now for Andy Dalton, but I thought he was still injured with that vertebrae.
Yeah, still has an injury.
So it's like, do you want Jameis Winston to still even be more injured after that? Like, when you saw that Tampa Bay game, I guess he was injured during that game.
Marcus Lattimore was out. That's a big hit.
I mean, the Saints are kind of weird. Like, should they have been competing, or should they have been getting draft? Oh, they can't even have a draft pick now because the Eagles have the first round pick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you, Harry Roseman.
All right.
I mean, Baltimore. I think once I saw the half, Baltimore was up. I was like, this game's done.
Yeah, they kind of pulled off the brakes late. The teams having bye weeks this week were Browns, Cowboys, Broncos, Giants, Steelers, and 49ers. Week 9 was a big week for buys. Moving on to our predictions for Week 10, let's closely look at the win-loss ratings again. If you get the score correct, you get 2 points. If you get, or the closest to the score being correct, if you get the team that won correct, you get 1 win, and if you don't get any of those correct, you get 0, or a loss actually. So, oops, I forgot to edit that.
Oh, you need to. 62-29 and 13. Yeah, I went 13-4. Yeah.
All right. So Mamba still leading 75 and 26 overall. Week 9, he went 12 for 4. I went 64-29 overall. Week 9, I went 15 for 4. Macedon 62 for 29, and week 9 he went 13 for 4. So I had the best week. So not great. We won't talk insane about this game, which is basically just finished up. Panthers are going to end up beating the Falcons, what looks like to be about 22-15 on Thursday Night Football. Again, we're recording this a little late, so apologies. But
wait, who is that? Who has the ball? Does Atlanta?
Panthers.
Panthers have the ball, and so they're close enough to get a field goal, which is going to put the game out of a one score. Which
was Pinheiro just kicks it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Okay. So. But yeah, it's also Falcons-Panthers. We weren't really going to talk that introspectively about it. So Panthers will win, push the Falcons further away from the first seed, which means more separation for Tom Brady in the NFC East. So now we'll start getting our picks.
London game.
London game. Yeah.
Is this?
No, this is Germany. This is Munich.
Germany.
This is Munich.
Oh, Munich. What the fuck?
Munich is getting a pretty good game. Geno Smith and the hot Seattle Seahawks are coming in to play the Buccaneers off a game-winning drive from Tom Brady.
Ooh.
I already have my prediction ready if you guys want to
I got mine ready.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say Tom Brady's going to show out, I think, in this game. But it's not going to be enough. I think the Seahawks are going to win by 3.
You know what? I think Tampa Tom will sneak a funny one in Munich, all right? So I'm going to go Bucks by 3.
Damn. I'm saying Hawks by 7 because that defense is much better than the Rams defense, and Geno Smith is comeback player of the year. You know what? I'm going to say comeback player of the year. So Hawks by 7.
Okay.
Next game up, Vikings-Bills.
Should have been a good one.
Could be a good one.
Well, we don't know.
No, he's out. Josh Allen is officially out.
Official?
It got announced. Yes, it got announced earlier today. He is officially out for this Sunday.
Shit. Well, Justin Fields for me, I guess.
I don't know who is backing up Josh Allen, but all I know is he's not iced out Kirk Cousins on a plane shirtless flying home. So
no. He's still questionable. No. He's still questionable. Where do you get that?
I saw something from
source.
Hold on. I have to go back into the Discord
RotoWire. Alan Zelba was listed as non-participant at practice Thursday. That was it.
Hold on. Sorry, hold on. I'm trying to see. God damn it.
Sean McDermott as day-to-day.
From one Twitter, I know it's Ball Sack Sports, but Josh Allen's been ruled out. I know, but like,
bro,
it's one. Okay, whatever. But it's less likely because apparently it's like a grade 3 penile fracture. But like, still, that if he still has that injury,
a grade 3 what?
Penile fracture or shit. But his arm did not look good.
Did you say a grade 3 penile fracture?
Penile.
That's your dick. That is a meme article. Did you get from the fucking Onion? You absolute shithead. You absolute ego shithead.
You got that from the Onion. Ballsack Sport, dude.
Oh my god.
Fuck you, urinate tree Discord. God damn it.
You're terrible.
Shut up.
Oh my god.
But I don't think. Okay. Sorry. All right, go ahead. Go with
Josh Allen is not out with a penile fracture. Josh Allen had an ulnar collateral ligament sprain to our degree and looks to be questionable for this game. However, I think he's going to play. But honestly, the Bills defense looks dilapidated, right? They have a lot of guys in secondary that are out, and Kirk Cousins looks like he's doing well. So honestly, I'm taking the Vikings by 10.
This is very tough. Oh man. Where are they playing? In New York?
Oh, hold on. Carolina Kicker's kicking it.
No, you got it. I saw it on my end.
Oh,
what? How are you watching so far ahead? I'm on Twitch with this, and
I'm on Amazon Prime. I forgot I signed Prime from
Amazon's Prime video quality is so shit. Twitch is so much better for some reason. I don't know.
Okay, I'm on my PS5. I'm about to play God of War again soon.
Fair. Okay. All right, oh fuck, this is tough. Okay, so they're in New York. I'm gonna go Bills. They're in New York.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go Bills by 3. It's gonna be a close one.
Ooh. I'm saying Vikings by 3. I think with the injury for Josh Allen, that defense, Vikings defense doing good. It's not a primetime game, so Vikings by 3.
All right, next up, Lions Bears.
Yeah.
In Chicago. I think I don't think the Lions can pull it off against the Bears. I still think the Bears will be a little bit better just because Justin Fields is on a streak and Jared Goff is not. I'll take the Bears by 7.
Well, this is an easy one. Plus, they're in Soldier Field this week, so Bears by 14.
Ooh. I rolled a die for this. The die said Lions, but I'm saying Lions by 3 on a high-scoring game.
Oh, fuck you.
The die spoke. The die has spoken.
Bro, there's no way. If Packers lost the Lions, it's got to be Bears winning, beating the Lions. Oh, you rolled the dice. Oh, God.
Yes, right. I said it. I have to for some of this shit. I can't think.
Broncos, Titans. The Broncos don't have enough defensive line to stop Derrick Henry. I think the Titans will win this game by 10.
Wait, which one? Oh, Broncos, Titans. Titans by 7.
I'm saying Titans by 3. They don't have passing, so Titans by 3.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Chiefs at home versus the Jags. I'm taking Chiefs in this one by a mile. I'll go 14 points. I don't think Trevor Lawrence just can't compete with Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, Chiefs. That's 21. Let's go Chiefs by 21.
I'm gonna be bold. Chiefs by 30. That's my boldness. Chiefs by 30.
Chiefs by 30. Okay.
Yeah.
Browns and Dolphins. I think I'll take the Dolphins by 17 in this one. I think they're gonna keep the Browns out of the water.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Dolphins actually by 7.
I'm gonna say Dolphins by 10.
Ready. Looks like we got a clean
Next
sweep of the Dolphins from us.
One.
Yeah, Giants, Texans. Giants by. I'll go. They don't usually blow out teams. I'll go by 10.
This is gonna be a blowout. So Giants by 27.
It's not going to be a blowout because I still don't think the Giants can score a lot, but Giants by 3. They still win. I just don't think by a lot. Just they don't play like they're going to blow out, but they still get wins.
Alrighty. Saints and Steelers in Pittsburgh. Saints haven't looked great recently, but also the Steelers, and they look like hot shit. So I'll take the Saints by... we'll go 10. I'll go 10 for the Saints. Saints by 10.
Okay, so in my opinion, I have to go Saints by 7.
Ooh,
this
is without die. So he says Saints by 7. I'm gonna say Steelers by 3. I think I kind of want to put this as a kind of upset. I think their secondary probably gonna take Andy Dalton out.
Okay.
Alrighty. Next up, Colts Raiders. The Colts defense is so bad. I think Devontae Adams will go for like 180 yards receiving. So I'll take the Raiders by 14.
Yeah, I mean, Colts are so fucking dysfunctional, and it's gonna be Jeff Saturday's first time coaching an NFL game ever, and it's gonna be Raiders by let's say 14. Let's go 14.
Josh McDaniels going to give up a lead, but somehow wins it by 3.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Packers Cowboys. I'll take the Cowboys by 17. I think the Packers are not looking good, and they will not do good against this Cowboys defense.
Did you say Packers by 17 or Cowboys by 17?
Cowboys.
He said Cowboys.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Cowboys by 14. Yeah, Packers are bad.
Cowboys by 20. Packers are fucking shit.
Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom so bad. Hurry this up. I'm kidding.
All right, Cardinals, Rams. Rams don't look good, and they also don't have their leading quarterback. Their starting quarterback, Matthew Stafford. So I don't think it's going to be good for them. I think the Cardinals will come out of this victorious despite the issues that they've had. I'll take the Cardinals by 14.
Who is Rams' backup? QB? You want to check real quick?
Fuck.
Curious. Let's go into the depth charts.
Who?
John Wolford?
Who? From
Who is
Wake
this guy?
Forest?
From Wake Forest in his 3rd season.
Apparently, what the?
He has 1 completion in his whole career.
Okay, yeah, Cardinals by 14. Jesus, I don't think they're gonna score a fucking point in the Rams.
I do not trust Cardinals. I do not trust the Cardinals. Cliff Kingsbury, this is the point of the year where he collapses, especially with Texas Tech. Rams by 3.
Really?
Dude, I'm sorry.
Rams have no run game. What did they have after Stafford?
Honestly, let Cooper Kupp run Wildcat. He'll get something done. He's got the grit.
fair.
Also other receivers will probably get passes since Stafford's not throwing to him.
What, check downs?
Sorry,
Just throw a bunch of check downs and see if it works.
But this is Cliff Kingsbury. He's already even though he's collapsed now, he's going to collapse harder after his half.
Collapse on
Chargers 49ers in the Sunday night game. I think I'm taking 49ers here. I think their offense is just getting better and better each week the more and more McCaffrey's in here, and the Chargers are still kind of struggling on defense, so I'll take the 49ers this one by 7.
Oh man. Honestly, I don't think the 49ers are going to win this. I mean, you got Jimmy Garoppolo, which he's been okay this season. So I'm going to go Chargers by... Let's go 7. Chargers by 7.
I'm saying Chargers by 3. I had to roll a die, so it's going to be close. Chargers by 3. I think this is closer.
Next one's going to be an easy one.
Yeah. Monday night game, the final game of the week for week number 10, first double-digit week in the NFL, is the unbeaten Philadelphia Eagles coming in to play the Washington Commanders at home. 83.5% of America believes that the Eagles is going to win, according to ESPN Analytics. Yeah. So I will take the Eagles in this by 21.
I will take... I don't think by 21. I think Heineke still finds a way. Surprisingly, I don't know how. But I want to say Eagles by 14.
I was saying Eagles by 14 because they're going to give up 2 touchdowns in the third quarter again. God fucking damn it. They do this. They finally scored in the third quarter with touchdowns the past 2 games, but they got to give up fucking third quarter touchdowns.
Is all the predictions.
That is all the predictions. We have one more thing. We actually got a question today from Muzzy. He asked we should rank the NFL defense. NFL defenses.
For this year?
Yes, for this year.
Yes, for this year.
Okay.
While you're doing that, I'm going to be right back.
Right. I'll be right back too.
We go ahead and set this up. SAB. Yeah, if anybody on the podcast, I guess this is kind of a dull moment if you're listening, sorry. But if anybody on the podcast has any types of questions you guys want to ask, please feel free to put them below. We'll try to get to as many as we can each week. Right now, we don't really have many, so we should be all good to answer anything that you have. We're just getting set up to go ahead and rank the NFL defenses from best to worst. It's be kind of difficult because I think as far as defenses go this year, we haven't had any insane ones. So ones that jump off the page for me are the Eagles defense has looked really good. The Ravens defense has looked good. The Bills defense has looked pretty good, but has hit some injuries, and the Cowboys defense has looked pretty good.
Oh, are we ranking teams with the best defenses?
Yeah, we're ranking best defenses in the league. And I think.
Okay, I thought we were doing players, but
nah, Muzzy asked to rank best defenses.
Okay. I see.
All right.
I'm gonna. Never mind. You go.
Let's start out and put the teams that are in S. I think the Eagles are an S, the Bills are an S,
Bills.
and the Ravens are an S.
Ooh. Ravens passing offense is iffy.
No. This is defense.
I know, not offense, the defense. Their passing defense
Still
is still
Marlon Humphrey, and they have Calais Campbell rushing, and now they just also added the Bears middle linebacker to that mix as well. So that looks good.
I guess at the end of S, yeah.
What about Patriots defense? Patriots defense has been pretty
I'll
good.
give it an A because it still has some flaws. I'd also put Cardinals up there as well.
Early as A, I think.
I think A. Buda
B.
Baker, they've kept their team in games when Kyler Murray's taken them out of them. So.
No, I would say Cardinals is B. I don't think they're
Cardinals
that great.
Okay.
It's either because it's like high B, almost
defense.
A.
I would put Buccaneers as A. Not S, but A.
Okay.
They've done very well, and Vita Vea is looking better each game, which is fucking scary.
Scary motherfucker right there.
Awful defenses. F will be Panthers and Falcons. Actually,
Lions.
Falcons will put C. Falcons have some good pass rush, and they're giving Tom Brady some issues, and they have AJ Terrell. They're C. They're not F. They're C.
The Panthers D has more points than Falcons defense in fantasy.
Points in fantasy? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would still take the Falcons defense over the Panthers defense.
It's either or for me, but the Lions are definitely F.
Yeah.
The Lions are definitely F.
I'll put the New Orleans Saints in B.
Bears definitely a C in my books.
Yes.
They traded away two of their best defensive players.
They play. Okay. Fair.
Sorry.
Fair.
Bengals have had good pass rush, and they've caused a lot of interceptions, but also given up a decent amount of points. I'd put them in B, probably high B.
I think Saints defense is better than Cardinals defense.
Yeah, and I'd do this too. Yeah.
Yeah.
49ers,
I would switch Bills and Eagles too. Eagles run defense now is going to be bad because without Jordan Davis.
Just looking through this. Can we do the Cowboys real quick? I think they're C or no, they're S.
Ooh.
Sorry, S. Above
the
above Baltimore.
Nah. The Eagles defense is so much better than the Bills right now because the Bills are riddled with injuries. Oh yeah, Bills are. Well, also I think this is warranted. Oakland's defense is the high F.
Yeah. I still think you should put Patriots defense as S. So the Patriots defense has been pretty good.
No, it's not better.
Really?
It's not better than the Bucs, and the Bucs aren't better than the Ravens. I don't think you could put them in S.
They're almost tied. They're just below the Bucs to me. And
maybe a hot take for me, but I think Patriots defense has been winning them games. Because the offensive side of the balls for the Patriots hasn't been good. Jacksonville's C.
Yeah.
B, at least a B. They cannot be below Cardinals.
Seahawks.
They cannot be below Cardinals.
You don't think they're an A?
No, not an A. I don't think. Steelers.
You don't where? Whoa!
What?
You think? Hold on. You think Seahawks' defense is worse than the Bengals' defense?
Yeah. Seahawks don't get as many pressures.
They're about as tied to me.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Jets defense, I'd rank better than the Bengals. Well,
yeah, no, Jets defense has been good.
Yeah,
I would actually put them A, right behind Patriots. Honestly, they've been really good. Yeah. Like especially against the Bills. Like, come on.
San Francisco defense hasn't looked great, but it's been better than the Cardinals, so I'll put them in B. Chargers defense has been really underperforming, so I'll put them in B below the Cardinals. Dolphins defense has been shit. They've not been able to stop people. I'll put them in C, but above the Jags. LA defense has been okay, but not great. I'll put them above the Dolphins. I'll put them above the Dolphins. Like Aaron Donald hasn't even shown up insane this year. Like he hasn't had any insane stat lines.
Yeah.
Browns defense has been good. Better part of the Browns game.
Low B.
Low B. It's a low B. It's definitely a low B.
I'll put them above below the Saints. Yeah. Giants defense.
Whoa! No! They're not above San Fran. You kidding me?
I don't know. Denzel Ward's been showing out. Denzel Ward's been doing well.
Fuck.
I think where you have it right now is perfect.
Broncos country.
It's a C. At least a C. Their defense is still decent. It's just their offense fucking sucks.
Better than the Dolphins, but worse than the Rams. New York Giants have actually won them games. They're better than the Chargers, Cardinals. Yeah. I think they're better than they're worse than the Browns, but not better than. They're better than the Cardinals, but worse than the Browns. Washington Commanders. They have a good D line, so that would get them a C. But I think they're right above the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah,
right above them.
Yeah.
Vikings defense has actually been pretty good. I'm honestly willing to put them low A.
Yes,
they have great pass rush. They got some people off of the Green Bay Packers last year. I put them at low A, below the Jets. Chiefs defense
pretty B. It's pretty average.
Yeah, pretty low.
They're not really known for defenses.
Yeah. I'll put them above the Chargers, but worse than the Cardinals because they have a good front line. That's about it.
Yeah.
Well, they were known for defense until Andy Reid came.
Yeah,
probably put some padding for like D.
Texans are the worst team in the country, so we'll put them back there. The
Green Bay's bad. F.
No, their defense is actually
they actually have been
defense high C, honestly.
Yeah,
and then Steelers have been awful. I'll put them
bad. Yeah,
well, they've been good early on, high F.
Yeah,
and then Tennessee Titans have actually looked good, but I'll put them low C. I'll put them above Washington, but below the Dolphins. So yeah, that is our rank. In order, it goes Philadelphia, Buffalo, Dallas, Baltimore, Tampa Bay, New England, New York, Minnesota, Cincinnati, Seattle, New Orleans, San Francisco, Cleveland, New York Giants, then the Arizona Cardinals, Kansas City Chiefs, San Diego Chargers, Green Bay Packers, Los Angeles Saints. I'm saying New Orleans Saints. Or what am I saying? Los Angeles Chargers. Denver Broncos, Miami Dolphins, Tennessee Titans, Washington Commanders, the Jacksonville Jaguars, Atlanta Falcons, Pittsburgh Steelers, Oakland Raiders, Carolina Panthers, Chicago Bears, Indianapolis Colts, Detroit Lions, and the Houston Texans.
That was on purpose.
Yeah. Anyway, that has been the Week 9 and 10 wrap-up for the Football Stooges. We hope that you enjoyed and had a great time listening to some of our bullshit, even though it's a little late again. Sorry about it. We're planning on having a couple people join the stream in an eventual time, so we might get to see some new faces here in a couple upcoming weeks. We'll see if they can join or not. We've had a lot of scheduling issues, but regardless, have a great night. Enjoy the football this upcoming weekend, and run the damn ball. We'll see you.